The Ferrari Formula One team, often synonymous with speed, glamour, and a rich history, is more than just a racing entity. It's an iconic institution that has transcended the world of motorsport. The Ferrari Formula One team is renowned for its iconic red cars and passionate fan base. Beyond its on-track success, Ferrari represents a unique blend of Italian artistry and engineering excellence. With decades of championship victories, storied rivalries, and legendary drivers, the team's legacy extends far beyond Formula One, making it a global symbol of prestige and performance. Whether you're a motorsport enthusiast or not, the mention of Ferrari in Formula One evokes a sense of excitement and reverence that few teams can match. But what if the team's true gems would no longer be visible among the team members? Would it still be the same? I don't think so. It seems like the team is experiencing a similar situation. Although Ferrari has two of the top drivers on the grid, as a team, they have not been supporting them with a competitive car and strategy. Carlos Sainz is consistent but rarely exceptional, whereas Charles Leclerc is prone to the occasional terrible race or major error. They are two excellent drivers, and Ferrari is determined to keep them despite their flaws. But the question still stands. Do the drivers want to stay with a squad that has had trouble competing at the highest level? Rumors of potential team changes and opportunities elsewhere have been spread as a result of the underwhelming seasons for both Ferrari drivers. At least 4 teams could provide a more competitive car in its current form. Alfa Romeo, the soon-to-be Sauber team, and Audi, which will debut in Formula One in 2026, have all been linked to Carlos Sainz. Ferrari's recent showing at the Monza Grand Prix seemed quite interesting for the viewers. Both drivers struggled, as Sainz again had to keep defending from Perez to try for all his might to hold on to second place, whereas the battle for third erupted between the Ferrari drivers as Sainz and Leclerc fought for the final place on the podium at Monza. At the front, Verstappen held on to take a record 10th win in a row in Formula One, with Perez taking second and the Ferrari duo fighting all the way to the line, with Sainz just about coming out ahead of Leclerc to take his place on the podium. Since he has competed for the team in the last 2 Dakar rallies, Sainz's father, rallying legend Carlos Sainz Sr., has close ties to Audi. Audi is clearly interested in signing Sainz Jr. for their Formula One project, even though nothing is official just yet. The team manager at Sauber, Andrea Seidel, and Sainz have a good working relationship going back to their days at McLaren. Sometimes it appears that the team's worries about its racers stem from its beliefs, but is that really the case? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section. In order to avoid distractions, Sainz Jr., whose contract expires at the end of 2024, has stated that he would like to have confirmation of his 2025 drive before the start of the 2024 season. In the event that Carlos switches to Sauber for 2025, they may need to find a replacement this winter. There are several strong options among the teams below Ferrari for potential replacements, as they currently have the 5th or 6th fastest car on the grid. Depending on their contractual situations and willingness to join Ferrari, drivers like Alex Albon, Lando Norris, or even Lewis Hamilton may be taken into consideration. Sainz prefers to remain with Ferrari for the time being, though, so the team will soon have to make some important choices. What if they manage to sign Hamilton for the upcoming years? Looking at the star in a red suit would be really weird to me. Can you imagine? Perhaps he is saying that to the press and Ferrari while secretly getting something else done. He does not want to discourage Ferrari if a deal with Audi does not materialize. He can choose his preferred option while playing both teams for the time being. It is a problem if Ferrari needs to replace him, but they will be in a difficult position if they also need to replace Leclerc. Leclerc is likely the person about whom they should be more concerned. Although Leclerc has many more suitors than Carlos Sainz, only Audi is after him. Leclerc is growing impatient with Ferrari's lack of advancement after the team has only managed 3 podium finishes in 13 races and has yet to challenge Red Bull for a Grand Prix victory. The team is still unable to meaningfully improve their car because the issues from last year have not been resolved. Teams all around them are performing at a higher level while they sluggishly move along. Leclerc has been engaging in the same game as Sainz, claiming that he wants to give staying at Ferrari top priority, but like Sainz, he cannot burn a bridge he is still on. Richard Bradley, the winner of the Le Mans, recently stated that many teams, including Mercedes, will be interested in Charles Leclerc. Other options, such as Mercedes or Aston Martin, may become available in the near future, he predicted, should Lewis Hamilton decide to retire, or if the Silverstone team decides not to keep Lance Stroll. He's not a rookie anymore, he's quite an experienced Formula One driver, and his street credibility in the paddock is very high. There are a lot of people who would seriously consider Leclerc. What if Hamilton retires? Mercedes, for sure, would have the conversation with him, and then Aston Martin with the Stroll situation. All of a sudden, you look at the lineup of Alonso and Leclerc, and that's extremely exciting. But wait. As previously discussed, Mercedes continued with Russell and Hamilton for their future races. Keep a keen look at the further part to know what the reality is. While Sainz and Leclerc both have options elsewhere, their situations are very different. Sainz consistently delivers for the team. It's rarely spectacular, but at least they know what they'll get from him each race, which is more than can be said of Leclerc. Leclerc's frustrations with Ferrari may be matched by the Scuderias with him. Leclerc crashing several times this season has added to his tally. In the Dutch Grand Prix, he crashed during qualifying, and a collision with Oscar Piastri on the first lap of the race prevented him from earning any points. He has a really bad habit of doing this. He lost the race in France in 2022 after crashing out in front. They lost a podium spot in Imola last year when they crashed while attempting to overtake Sergio Perez's Red Bull. He also had a significant shunt in Abu Dhabi and Mexico. The 1974 Ferrari, driven by Niki Lauda in Monaco during the historic Grand Prix last year, was damaged in the same way. There are numerous others, so I could continue. Although he may be quick, Ferrari has a costly issue because of his errors. Could they rely on him to be quick all season long and mount a legitimate title challenge? Or will the frequency of his errors always hold him back? Leclerc would join a team with a fast driver who still needs some development if he were to depart, perhaps in a trade with Hamilton or to Aston Martin. If both drivers leave by the end of 2024 or earlier, Ferrari will be in the wrong position. Since they have not performed well lately, they have lost some of their appeal, and their current performance is only exacerbating this. They don't have an incredible youth talent to bring into the team either. The ideal situation would involve Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon, but that would require a miracle. Do you anticipate that both Ferrari drivers will leave the team after this season? Or will Ferrari provide them with incentives to stay? In the comments section below, let me know what you think. Until then, drive carefully till we speak again.